But Tyler Malone is he's been impressive lately. The home runs, everything's been terrific. But what jumps out to you about the performance we've seen from him of late?
Well, several things jump out about that, Travis. First and foremost, Pat Casey. And Pat Casey over the years has said to me, and I've worked with him for 20 years now at Oregon State, but he'll tell me of a guy, this guy's going to hit for us. I know he'll hit for us. And that guy might be hitting $150 at the time he says it without ever having hit a home run or driven in a run. Pat will tell me, we got to stay with this guy. He's going to hit for us. And Tyler Malone has been one of those he's going to hit for us kind of guys. Pat's always believed it, and he's always told me Tyler's got to believe it himself. And I think this past weekend in the Civil War, to hit home runs off of outstanding pitchers, Matt Mercer in Game 1, Kenyon Yovan in Game 2, then to take a left-hander deep in Game 3, he's just playing with a high confidence level, a joy, feeling good, loose, seeing the ball well at the plate, homering in 5 consecutive games, and then even in the game against Portland, in a last at-bat, he had a chance to get up there with the Beavers way ahead and swing big to try to make it 6 straight games, but he got a pitch that he took up the middle for a modest RBI single. So he too, like Quan, just playing the game the right way in the end when it really matters. So the streak ends at 5, but we believe it's unprecedented. Even the august power hitter, Jim Wilson. Jimmy, you never hit home runs in 5 straight games, did you?
I know of. No, I always would have some clunkers in there. But the thing about, he mentioned all the home runs from Tyler Malone. One was, I think in the first game, the score was 3-1. In the 5th inning, he hits a 2-run home run. That's a big hit in the game. The next home run was in the 5th inning, broke a scoreless tie. And the 3rd home run comes against a left-handed breaking ball. So it's not only just that he's hitting home runs that count.
And what do you make out of what Doc said regarding, when Stephen Kwan could have stayed at second and get the cycle in a game where the game was in hand at that point, but instead, no, he keeps the motor going, takes third base.
Yeah, the score was 8-2 in the 9th inning. He was batting in the 9th inning. I remember my manager Doc Edwards told me, Wilson, you don't want to end up with 29 doubles and a triple. You'd rather have 30 doubles. Just like I would tell Stephen Kwan, he'd rather have the cycle, but he's playing the game right, as Mike said. And also, I think that Casey was probably a little ruffled just over the way the game went. The Beavers had 17 hits and only 9 runs. Yeah. They left 16 runners on base. The bases loaded in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. So I just think that was probably in the back of his mind as well.
Sure, I bet it was. All right, coming up a little bit later on, we will take a look ahead to the Beavers series with Arizona State this weekend. But coming up next, spring football game this weekend. We'll take a look at the running back unit heading into Saturday's game.